This year's theme, we're excited to tell you, is the word whisper and then the greater than sign, louder than the noise. We have been talking about a lot of noise in this world, whether it's the war that just started, or here in Charlotte, there was a storm that came through yesterday, and we're worried about our neighbors and the things that we built for them last year, but also just their well-being. We're worried about SNAP benefits. We're worried about all of these different things that are just so loud in the media, so many things happening all around us. And teenagers feel all of that. They are so aware of all of that, but then they also have teenage stuff that they're dealing with. They have the worry if they're good enough, if they're smart enough, if the boy or girl likes them, who they are, what their identity is. They have so many things swirling around on top of the other stuff that is just so loud. And as a staff, we just started praying. What is our response to this? What do we do with this reality that they're facing? And the story from 1 Kings 19 came to mind. The story of Elijah, that he is just fed up with it all. The political world that he's living in, his life has been threatened, and he runs away from it all. And he sits down and is depressed, and he even says, it'd be better if I was dead. And God does something really beautiful in this story. God allows Elijah to rest. And what I love about that is so often we think we just need to pick it up. We just need to get better. We just need to fix ourselves. But God says, no. Rest is what comes first. You've been working so hard. You've been prophesying. You've been doing all of these things and standing up to political powers and listening to all of this nonsense. You've been speaking truth, and it looks like it's failing you. You need to rest. And so God allows Elijah to rest, and then God feeds him. And I love that. There's this nourishment. There's this moment that before any transformation can happen in Elijah's life, he needs to rest and he needs to eat. I think that is true for a lot of us. And I think for students, it's so true. They need to rest. They need to be nourished. They need to not worry about all of the other things going on and just maybe sleep sometimes, because the world is so loud. And so then God says, all right, get up. We got stuff to do. And Elijah is expecting God to do something big and loud. And God teaches Elijah something else here, which I think is really important, and what I hope that we have the opportunity to learn ourselves this summer, as well as teach our students that are coming to hang out with us, is that God doesn't always show up in the loud. God isn't always the loudest voice. There's an earthquake, there's a fire, there's a mighty wind. And Elijah is expecting God to show in those moments, to say who God is in those moments, to give Elijah direction. But instead, Elijah has to wait for the noise to pass, has to wait for the earth to settle, has to wait for the trees to stand still. And then God whispers and says, let's go. And gives Elijah his calling, gives Elijah a new, fresh perspective of what's going to happen next, and then pushes Elijah down the mountain. I think it's a perfect example of camp, because this idea that they're coming in, we're all coming in from all this noise and racket, and we get the moment to just get away from it all and rest and put others before ourselves and eat good food and just be loud and fun and do all the things and sit in a rocking chair if you're going to Camp Lloyd White and do all those things, right? We have the moment to just rest and be with neighbors and be with friends and just be in community. And then we're going to expect God to make some loud proclamation. There's so many students that just need God to just say what God needs from them. And what I hope that we can teach is that God does have something for each of us. And most of the time, it's not the loudest voice. Most of the time, it comes in that still small voice. And then we get the opportunity to take it home. And so we're really excited this summer to walk through that, to learn ourselves, to be a part and see what God does in this moment of chaos and noise with these students, to tell them that they are to love their neighbor, to take care of them, and to be good neighbors themselves. What an awesome privilege we have, and we're excited to be on this journey. We ask for your prayers as we prepare, as we write, as we solidify all of these things, as group leaders prepare to lead small groups, as staff prepare to lead all the neighbors we get to hang out with, the friends we get to hang out with. We just ask for your prayers as we gear up for the summer that's coming, and we're just so grateful for you and you being a part of this.